My name is Roy Matthews. I'm the general manager here, the Vinyl Factory. We make vinyl records, and really we're the follow-on of EMI, who made records here since 1907. I joined EMI in the 50s. Vinyl at that time had just about displaced the old shellac records, and of course the whole thing was accelerated by the new pop generations. During the 70s there was a well-known, famous and iconic album almost every week. I've seen the vinyl industry through its peak in the 70s, through the beginning of its demise as CD appeared in the early 80s. And I thought it had died, but it had continued at a very, very low level through the 90s and saw a resurgence in the mid-90s when dance music hit the scene and the clubs, and with the DJ interest, vinyl revived. Took the industry by surprise. Most of the presses in this factory were rescued from around the world. Most of those in this country had been destroyed, and so there was a renaissance in that period, and since then it's really been a fairly stable business. The manufacturing process has changed very little in principle since 1907 when it started here. Of course it's more sophisticated and better controlled, and the materials are better. It starts with the receipt of say a cut lacquer from Barry at Alchemy. We take that and we coat it with silver. That's the first thing we do. A very, very fine coating of silver, chemically applied, sprayed on. We use that as a conductive layer, and we pass the electricity through it. And what we really do is electroplate nickel onto that up to quite a good thickness. And then we peel off that nickel layer, and that is a negative copy, an exact negative copy of the cut in the lacquer. It's very, very fine way of copying that, because we're putting it on molecule by molecule. That's our master. We want to keep that as an archive, so we make a copy of that. That's made of nickel, and that thin negative copy is our mould. We centre it to make sure the hole's exactly in the centre of the music. We play it for quality control purposes and make sure everything's as it should be. It's then put in a press, one top at the bottom for the A and B sides, and the press is a 100-ton hydraulic press. It's automatic. The material's injected at one end by an extruder. All our waste material is recycled within the plant and goes straight back into more records. The press takes its vinyl from a large 1-ton bag of pellets, specially formulated and compounded, and from that bag a tube conveys it automatically to the press. The press closes with its 100-ton pressure. It's been preheated by steam, and as soon as the record is squeezed and formed, cold water replaces the steam under high pressure and cools the record. So we've got a complete pressed record. It has an edge that's spewed out, and that's trimmed off immediately after the pressing, and the record's placed in a bag. These days the average press is about 1,000, perhaps 1,500. Some of the more successful artists, we may produce 10,000, but 10,000 is a very big number these days. We have masters from, I could say all around the world, but it's certainly from Europe, Germany, France, from the States, and from Australia. If anyone wants to contact us, they can do so through our website, thevinylfactory.com.